Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's Professor Pierce here, PP for short. Today I have a bit of a different deck for you guys. This is a deck I called Iron Fin because it's based off of Sheriff Wiggles' deck that I thought was really interesting. It's the same idea, a little bit of a different concept, but it's basically the same thing. I'll leave his stuff in the description for you to check them out. It's pretty interesting. It's just Iron Valiant always has all the switch cards and everything, and the Palafin needs to be able to switch into attack. So that's kind of just the thought process behind it. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into this first video. This is definitely a hard deck to use. I was considering putting a Squawk in here too to start. That's definitely something you can do. Rethinking the deck itself, I definitely think that you should put one in. So maybe take out like a jet energy or something, or maybe take out a nest ball. I'm not entirely sure what to scrap for it, but it's definitely something that should be used in the deck, I would suggest. So all these videos are just on the casual ladder because this deck is definitely very difficult to use. So we're just chilling against some random people here. So we're gonna go ahead and go into the Mew here to see if we can find a battle pass, but we don't, unfortunately. But we find our makeshift battle pass here. Our two nest walls. Tee hee hee. Two nest walls. Tee hee hee. Okay, that was a really bad joke. But yeah, I don't have much here, unfortunately. I have a cross switcher I can't use. I have a freaking boss I can't use, and I have a Palafin I can't use. So that's pretty amazing. So my opponent has got some sort of psychic box here, it looks like. So they are getting set up. It doesn't seem like they have much though with this lady as well. They're kind of stuck, which seems fine by me because I'm not in a great place as well. But speaking of great places, how are you guys doing? You go anywhere? Did you do anything over the end of the semester? Maybe you went to the beach or something crazy like that. I don't know. All right, so we didn't get a battle pass, but we did get a another switch card, so that is not bad. We'll go ahead and switch into the Iron Valiant here and do some extra damage to this Mimikyu, it seems like. And then we'll probably just have to pass it off because we can't really do anything. We're gonna take this out of the deck to thin some more, but that is about all we can do here. So we'll see what my opponent can do here, if he's gonna build up the Mimikyu or if he's gonna build up his bench. It seems like he is going to build up his bench and just pass, yeah, because he definitely has nothing. I know he has all those energies in his hand, which he can't really do anything about. So I'm gonna go back into the Mew here, and we're gonna grab, I guess, the other half of this cross switcher wouldn't be so terrible. So I guess we're gonna slowly whittle down this Mimikyu. There's not much we can do. We're not getting any nest balls, or we're not getting anything like that. So we'll just pass it back to him. It's gonna be a lot of passing back and forth this game, it seems like. So he is gonna play something on the Mimikyu, so that's a bit surprising. And then he has a freaking Saguaro, so that's just gonna heal off all the damage that I tried to put on here, so that's a little unfortunate. So we're gonna jet up here. We're going to Mysterious Tail again. See what we get. We're gonna get a switch card And we're just gonna manually retreat, get rid of that jet energy, save some of these switch cards, and try to restart on this Mimikyu here. So that is all we can do here, unfortunately. So let's see if he draws anything. He doesn't. I mean, he draws another energy, so that's something. So he's going to go ahead and take out our Mew, which is fine, honestly. Yeah, I could have definitely not put that back up in the active, but it doesn't really matter if he takes that prize card either way. Because I'm about to take an extra one here, and then we're going to finally get a research off and be able to do something here. So we'll put an energy down here. We will have to get rid of one of those to grab another Iron Valiant here, and we'll go ahead and switch into it to do a little bit extra damage to the Mimikyu there, and then we will end off the turn with the Espeon in the active spot, so he cannot attack us. But he can retreat if he wants to. But he's going to play a lot of. He's playing a lot of different supporter cards that you definitely don't see in action. So it's definitely good to see some cards used that you don't normally see. So he's going to play. He's going to play Boost Shake actually, and so he's going to end off his turn with an evolution. I'm going to switch into my Iron Valiant here and finish off this Mimikyu, and then grab a prize card here. Water Energy is not bad. We'll go back into the other Iron Valiant and start stacking up some damage on someone here. I could go into the Palafin right now, but I'm gonna try to wait till I can like kill it in one hit. But we'll see. I mean, maybe it's not a great idea because he could have a boss, but I know he's still just kind of looking through his deck through cards. He's top decking is what I mean, as am I. So we'll go ahead and put that down. We'll switch into this one, put another 20 on there, and then we'll go ahead and switch back and put another 20 on there, and see if we have another one in here. I don't think so. Just shuffle the deck, I guess, and pass it off. So we'll have at least 2 Palafins built up. So even if he does have a boss, it won't be the end of the world here. So he's also running Mewtwo in here, which is interesting. And yeah, speak of a lot of random cards, he's definitely got a lot of random Psychic Pokemon that you don't normally see. So I will put that on there. I will switch into him, do some more damage here, switch one more time, and do the last bit of damage that I need before I can kill this thing. So I need one more switch card, or if he kills this thing, I can get a free swap in. So that is seeming like it is going to be enough to kill me, just barely, but just barely. So I will get a free swap in. He unfortunately does get 2 prize cards, so that's unfortunate. We didn't really get anything off this top deck either. No research, no Colress, and we flipped heads, so that's not really good. So not something we really can use, but a free thin the deck situation. But it's alright, we will be taking 3 prize cards here with Palafin off the free switch here. So hopefully that'll get us something we can actually use. So yes, there's another one of our Iron Valance and a switch and a research. So definitely something we can use here. So obviously I'm gonna try to not go for this Deoxys because this thing is mighty thick, and I'm going to try to go for one of the two on the bench. If I can, I want to go for Mewtwo. I'm pretty sure I have my bosses in the deck, so I'm not too worried about it. I think I got rid of one boss earlier, so I know I still have one. He's going to max drain me though, and unfortunately kill me here. And plus, there's no point of putting damage or Tachyon bits on this Deoxys, because his attack just heals itself, which is crazy. So we will rope, and we will force out something on the bench that he doesn't want. So that is good. So we'll go ahead and put this on there. So now the Mewtwo is able to die as soon as we can get a boss. So we'll put this on there just in case it gets bossed out or something like that. We did not get a boss. We did get a Palafin. I mean a Finizen. I guess we'll just go ahead and go into this one and do some damage to this Mewtwo, now that that's all set up. I guess I could have done it to the Typhlosion, Hisuian Typhlosion, whatever this thing is. I like already forget its name. I don't know why that took me so long to remember. It's just like, it was just out of my head, because, you know, first of all, you never see this card ever used, so I was definitely not thinking that. But he has nothing. He doesn't have a way to switch. He doesn't have a way to attack. We don't. It seems like we don't really have a way to do anything here. We did get a switch card, so that is something. So we'll go ahead and switch into this and finally do some damage to this Typhlosion here. And we'll swap back in to this other one and do some more here. So we need to do one more to this, and we should be able to kill it with our switches here. So we'll see what we can do here. All right, so he does have an energy, but he can't attack with the V-Star attack, because it won't connect, because it doesn't. I don't have any damage counters on me at the moment. So he has to swap out this guy or pass, and that is all he can do, unfortunately, is just pass off here. And he has 2 retreat costs. So what I'm gonna do here is, I can't really do much. I'm going to Thorton, though. I'm going to Thorton to the Mew, because it has 1 retreat cost. And I'm going to also Mysterious Tail for hopefully a switch card. Yep, that is in there. So then we can manually, or we can switch first of all and go into this, put the last 20 on there, and then manually switch into the Palafin and kill it with Justice Kick. So that was close for sure. He definitely got stuck at the end there. Getting with that escape rope really cost him a lot of turns there, not being able to do anything, unfortunately. But we'll go ahead and get into the second game here versus something. Versus something, that's for sure. But we have lost the coin flip, so he's deciding who goes first. So we are patiently awaiting what our opponent wants us to do. Alright, so we will go first, so that's good. We definitely want to go first with this deck. That is not too bad of a hand, honestly. We got the Battle Pass, we got a Valiant. We are facing some sort of water deck that also has to do with Iron Valiant, which is very surprising. It's kind of seeming like they just took Entei out of the Iron Valiant deck and put in something else. I would have to guess Palkia, because that is the best way to accelerate energy for water types right now. But the problem is we can't really... That it is Palkia. The problem is we can't really do anything to this, unfortunately. We don't have a way to like chip away at this. I mean, all we can do is chip away at this thing. That's about all we can do. There's just not much we can do. I'll just put this on here just in case. I will pass the turn off. So let's see what my opponent has here. It seems like he was running an Iron Valiant deck himself. So we're both kind of at a weird position here because neither of us has any single prizes that are easy to kill. I mean, I have Finizen, but I haven't even placed it down yet. So, and I'm not sure I'm going to in this matchup. But we'll see. I mean, Finizen is the only way I can actually attack them in this matchup. So he is going to research and grab some more cards here. So he definitely has a decent hand too, kind of similar to mine actually, which is pretty funny. So he has all 4 of his Iron Valiants out, so he's gonna get a lot of damage up on me, unfortunately. Alright, so he is going to switch and get off some of that damage, which is unfortunate for me because now I can't even kill it with Justice Kick. Or I can't see actually how much, it's kind of blurry. But maybe I just couldn't math earlier. And I also misplayed that. I should have switched first and then did the switch card. But, you know, whatever. You know, it's not the end of the world. So I guess we're going to go ahead and get this. I know he's burned a lot of stuff, so I'm thinking and hoping he can't kill this thing right now. And I'll go ahead and place down both, so just in case he does kill one, can't necessarily kill the other one here. We'll go ahead and escape rope one last time, and we'll just put 20 on another Iron Valiant, I guess, because that is all we'll be able to do. I'm just trying to get them all down into Palafin kill range. And then we'll pass off the turn. So the only problem is we didn't get an energy on Palafin or Finizen this turn, so it's going to be kind of tough to be able to do that, to get him to attack next turn. We won't be able to get him to attack next turn, unfortunately. But I'm not sure my opponent has much going on here either. Let's see what he can do here. Alright, so he does have the Palkia and a Colress, so never mind. I guess he was just AFK, trying to think about what he was doing. So he is running Squawk, so I'm surprised he didn't bring that out earlier. Maybe his hand was just so good. So he doesn't have much after that. We do get a energy, so that's good. We have more. I'm going to evolve this because I really don't want this thing dying again, or dying period. By Tachyon Bits. And speaking of tachyon bits, we are going to continue to place them on this Palkia here, so we can hopefully one-shot this Palkia with Palafin. So let's see what my opponent has here. He had a Colress last turn, and he grabbed some things, so I'm assuming he probably has another supporter in his hand. He has another Colress. So there we go. Let's see what else he grabs. By this time, it feels like he has freaking 10 cards in the lost zone. You could just run Cram in here, dude. That's another thing too. You actually could, if you take out a couple of things, you could run 4 Colress and then just run a Cram or 2 in here. That would definitely change the dynamic a little bit. You maybe have to take out one of the lines of Finizen and Palafin, but I definitely say that's a possibility because it's just a free attack. And if you're getting off Colresses, like every turn, definitely not a negative. Definitely a possibility in the deck list idea. So he is thinking again. He's taking his time for sure. He does not have much here, so he's going to pass it off to us. We don't have much either, unfortunately. The only problem is he does have Palkia in the back, but I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 prizes here, and he'll take 1 prize off me by killing this Palafin, but we'll take 2. Maybe I should have waited a little bit longer. It's definitely hard to tell what to do with this deck, especially based off of what your opponent does. But he's gonna subspace swell me, and I am basically just back to tachyon bits in his attackers. So that's what we're gonna do here. So now that thing should be good and set up for the kill, but now we're just gonna switch into a fresh one and put some damage elsewhere. As soon as he decides what he's gonna switch into. I mean, it doesn't really matter what he switches into. He should switch into the one with the free retreat cost, I reckon. Yeah, there he goes. And I will put damage on that one. Or that one. It doesn't really matter. Last minute, I changed my mind. I don't even remember what I did. So, let's see what we got here. So, he's probably just going to, unfortunately, switch back into Palkia. And I don't know if he has enough to kill this thing. I think he's only doing 200 damage here. But he has a boss, of course, and that will definitely be enough to kill me. So he was only doing 200 damage, but if he bosses out something that has less than that, of course, is going to die. So I don't have a lot here. I'm still running off freaking top decks. And I don't want to place down this Finizen because I don't want that KO'd with a bunch of tachyon bits. But I don't know what else he can do here. I mean, he can damage me and then tachyon bits me and then I die. So yeah, that's what he's probably gonna do, because all he needs is 2 of them now to kill me. And of course I draw another nest ball, so that's absolutely useless. So now I have bits on everything, so I can kill anything, but the problem is I don't have a water energy and I don't have a way to get more Palafins and Finizens out at the moment and build them up very quickly. I need some kind of supporter. But of course, this guy has a second boss and is going to basically seal the game with that, because regardless of what I do here, I have to eventually hit him with the Palafin, but I didn't even get a water energy here, unfortunately. I mean, it's not much I can do here. I mean, I'm just gonna accept my fate and jet punch this thing. Because, you know, all I was gonna do is wait, and then he was gonna either boss me out for a third time, or just wait 2 turns and kill me. And I unfortunately just did not draw what I needed to at the end of that game. Got kind of stuck, unfortunately, in quote-unquote the mirror of that deck, because you would definitely not see a mirror of either of those decks playing against each other. But in this case, it was pretty close for what we were doing. He definitely just had a little more firepower than I did in Polkia rather than Palafin. But and then obviously I didn't get as well off on the draws as he did closer to the end of the game. But we'll go ahead and get into this third game here. Our hand is looking kind of dog doo-doo. It could be worse. I've definitely had worse hands with this deck, but it definitely could be better because I don't have much going on here. All right, so the top deck will save us a little bit. So I'm going to grab one of each and then just another Iron Valiant here. I was thinking about going into the Mew, but I already kind of have 3. I can already get 3 of them, so I'm not too worried. So we'll go ahead and go into this and tack on bits the Jirachi and pass, because we didn't get a lot of switches somehow. We got everything else. I mean, the research is nice for next turn, so we don't have to wait too much. But he unfortunately has a Battle Pass 2, and the more I'm thinking about it, I have said unfortunately so many times in this video, I don't know how. Leave a comment if you've counted all the times that I've said unfortunately in this video, counting, you know, the even these times that I've said it. That's I just thought about that, like, why am I saying it so much? There's just a lot of unfortunate circumstances in these videos. It seems like it. But here we go again. We're gonna get back into this. We're facing a Gimme Ghoul deck, and that is quite unfortunate because our Iron Valiants are weak to steel. So the Scizor and the Gimme Ghoul are going to be our weaknesses, but we will try our best against this deck. Hopefully we can take out the Gimme Ghouls before they turn into Golden Goes. But he has another Battle Pass, so that's definitely not happening. We're definitely not bench locking him out here, but we'll see what else we can do. I don't know what else he has here to do. I feel like he's used a lot of stuff. Maybe he has a Pokestop, or you can attach an energy or something like that. He's definitely taking his time to think. This guy for sure took a lot of time in between figuring out what he wanted to do and when he was going to do it. So this third match is quite long in terms of this guy's turns. So he's going to attack me and grab some more energy, it seems like. So that's not a bad top deck either, because we're going to go ahead and research the hand away. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and we will grab a lot of switch cards here. So that's what we like to see. So we're going to go ahead and kill this Jirachi. We can't kill the Gimme Ghoul because we did not grab a Nest Ball or anything like that. Excuse me, I was taking a drink. You know, you talk so fast sometimes. You get parched. So we'll go ahead and attach that and switch one more time into the last one and kill this Jirachi. And we have a good hand for next turn too. With the that is a terrible prize. Screw that. First of all. Second of all, we do have a good hand for next turn. We have an escape rope, and we have a water energy, and we have a research. So hopefully he doesn't Ion OS or anything, but I doubt he's going to do that considering it's a Gimme Ghoul deck, and that deck pretty much just likes to draw cards and doesn't like to put them back in the deck. So maybe he's running like one Iono, but realistically he's probably not running any. Alright, so there is the Golden Go. So we didn't get to kill that one before it evolved. Maybe we can kill something else before it evolves. We still need our 4th Iron Valiant, which I don't know where it is at the moment. I don't recall if it was in the deck or not. But we'll see what my opponent has going on here. You see, he's taken quite a minute to think about what he's going to do here. He's going to just retreat and go back into Golden Go, I guess, so he can draw some more cards here. And then he is going to grab a Curlium, most likely off this level ball, and draw some even more cards. So he's going to be able to draw 4 cards here for discarding 1, which is pretty decent. So there's the coin bonus, 2 for free. And then the refinement I'm waiting for. There it is. So what are you guys doing? You guys got snacks? You got maybe like maybe you're eating like cereal or something like that? I don't know. You're probably watching this late, but oh, he did have an Iono. So that is a bit surprising. There's the 1, but doesn't seem like we're going to get Iono this turn, which is good because our hand is decent. So he is probably just going to have to pass off the turn because he already wasted his attachment for a turn to switch. So that is what he's going to do here. He's going to switch off the turn. So we do get a Nest Ball. So we do have our last Iron Valiant. So we could kill the thing on the bench. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to kill this Golden Go this turn if I can. So I'm going to put 20 on him. We're going to go ahead and research, see if I get some more switch cards here. So that is good. Definitely got the right amount of switch cards here at least. So we'll go ahead and switch back into this. And then we will escape rope to see if he brings back in the Golden Go. If he does, it's as good as dead. So alright, so he's going to switch back into the Golden Go. Maybe just because he wanted the free swap in and didn't expect me to have this much excess switch carding. So we're going to go ahead and kill that and grab some more prize cards. And once again, these prize cards suck big floppy wiener. So that kind of sucks because we don't have a way to really do anything. And then he's going to Avery me. So there goes my Iron Valiant that I worked so hard to get on the bench. Let's see what he can do here. I don't have much I can do here looking at my hand. Once again, I'm kind of stuck off this top deck. That's why I was thinking the Squawkabilly might not be such a bad idea because it'll get you going a little bit faster and it will set up once you have already set up. So like if you're stuck at the beginning, you can go through most of your deck and probably have at least like 30 cards in your deck the first turn rather than having like 40 still. And that'll help just thin out the deck a little bit more. So hopefully you don't get stuck in these top deck positions like I've been stuck in a lot of these matches here. So he's going to get rid of my town store here, which is fine, and play a Pokestop. Let's see if he is going to spin the Pokestop or not. But either way, it's not looking good for us, because if he kills the Palafin, then I'm out my main attacker right now, and I don't have a way to get one back. And if he kills one of my Iron Valiants, then that's going to be 2 prize cards for him, easy. Alright, so doesn't matter at all, actually, because I have a booster capsule in my hand. But it seems like he will probably have Scizor and a Steel Energy. I would be really surprised in his hand if he doesn't have that. Plus he still has Refinement and he still has Pokestop. So there is the energy that he needs. Mind you, he only needs 1, he doesn't need 4. But yeah, he's gonna get rid of some extra stuff and grab some energy for sure. Let's see if he grabs this Scizor or not. And even if he doesn't, I'm still not in a great position because I don't have anything going on in my hand. So all I have is a switch into Palafin. Like that's it. So he's going to Super Rod some stuff back into the deck here, which I would prefer if he didn't do, but I don't get much of a choice here. So yep, he's gonna throw those guys back in there, and let's see, does he have the Scizor? Because he's definitely been thinking about it for quite a minute here. He hasn't Pokestopped either, which is surprising because he is playing the Pokestop. So okay, so that tells me he does not have the Scizor because he did not play it on Scyther. So I could swap into the Palafin and kill this thing, but I feel like that might just be a waste. In fact, that might be a waste of a Palafin, so I think I'm just going to go into another Iron Valiant and do some more damage to something else, and hopefully he doesn't have much going on here. Jeez Louise, that was a slam of a door. Excuse me. Someone at my house slammed the door. I don't know if you guys can hear that, probably. But let's see what he has here. So he still has concealed cards, he still has Curlia, and he still has Pokestop. So there's no way he doesn't get a Scizor here. So I don't know if that was the smartest decision to go into Iron Valiant and do the 20 damage, or if I should have just gone into the Finizen and, like, I don't know, or went to the Palafin and jet punched, or went to the Palafin and Justice kicked. It's kind of in a weird situation here where I don't want to use him unless it's a really big target, but at the same time, if I don't use him at all, I'm not getting any value out of him. Alright, so he does have the Scizor and he does have the Metal Energy, so that is going to be a dead Iron Valiant, unfortunately, because weakness is a BITCH. Let's see what else he has here. I guess he has the Golden Go, so that is unfortunate. but we'll at least be able to take out the Golden Go with a couple of switches and a Palafin hit like last time. So our goal is to kill the Curlia with our Tachyon bits, and then kill the Golden Go with our Palafin, and that is going to be our win condition, it seems like. But if this guy has a couple bosses, he can easily take us out before we can do any of that. Or maybe I'll just take out this thing with Palafin, because now I have 2 Palafins. So maybe I'll just do that. It doesn't really matter. Maybe I should have kept the Finizen, but how many water energies do I still have in here? Okay, I still have a couple. Let me spin this, see if I get some more switch cards. No, I lose both of the water energy, so all I have left is these water energies. So I'm just gonna say F it, we ball, and go ahead and kill this thing. So now I just have to kill the Golden Go. We did get a Colress, so that's good. Something we can actually use here. Let's see what my opponent has got going on here, if he has a boss or not. I would prefer if he didn't, obviously. Well, I would, if we're picking things we would prefer, I would prefer he didn't even attack me at all. But you know, you don't really get to pick that. So let's see what he has going on here. He has another Ralts, maybe. Maybe it's just thinning the deck. Maybe he's just thinning the deck, but like I said, he is taking quite a long time to do stuff, which is fine. It just gets a little annoying after, you know, a whole game. Alright, so of course he has the boss. Why would he not have the boss? So he's going to boss out my Iron Valiant, and he only needs 3 to kill here. And he has a Pal Pad too, which is actually really annoying because then he can put his boss back in the deck and retry for later on my other Iron Valiant. But he's not going to put back the boss, which is good, actually, because there goes his win condition, I guess. Or, I don't know, maybe he just has another boss in his hand, for all I know. Maybe he's running 3 boss, or 4 boss. I mean, maybe he doesn't even need to put those back in the deck. But what I need to do is I need to find my Thorton, because if I Thorton away my Iron Valiant on the bench, then he can only take 1 prizers. So I need to find Thorton. Because he's definitely going to kill this thing. I hope he just doesn't have the energy. I hope he only has 2 energy in his hand, which is very unlikely. And a lot less likely now, considering the fact that he just got 2 more energy. So that is going to be a dead Iron Valiant if I have ever seen one. So another door. Sorry about that, guys. You probably heard that one too. Lively place around here. But he's gonna go ahead and make it rain and kill this thing. Let's see how many energy he is going to discard here. He's only going to discard 3, so that is good for him. I was hoping he would forget about weakness or something and discard some more, but that is not the case. Alright, so we didn't get Thornton, so that, and he's not in the discard pile. He should be in the deck. We'll grab the rope. We'll Colress. Okay, he's right there, but it's you know, you're a turn too late. Like I can't use him now to get this thing off the board if he has a boss, which is quite unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this. I'm going to Tachyon Bits, this, and then I guess just switch into a Palafin and a Tack. That seems like the logical situation here. Alright, so we're going to do that. Justice Kick. So he only has 30 left, so we can kill him with the Justice Punch. So we have game in hand, we have game on field, so there's nothing he can do unless he has a boss this turn and the N3 energy. So, and the fact that he didn't put a boss back with the Pal Pad is also good, because that means he has one less boss. So unfortunately, one out of the two things is not in our favor here, because he has a superior energy retrieval, so that is going to get him all the energy he needs to kill my Iron Valiant here. And then, of course, he has the boss. Why would he not? Even with the Pal Pad situation, maybe he just had two in his hand. That is quite unfortunate for us, because we definitely had that game in the bag, but weakness done us in, man. That's what happens sometimes. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's definitely a hard deck to run. Something fun to run though. I really enjoyed the premise of the deck, and I hope you guys did too. There's gonna be one really short video at the end here, and that'll be it from me. PP out.